Well, today's council meeting concentrated very much on the events in our southern neighborhood. To begin with the good news about Libya. Libya has just held elections and we welcome the results. Of course, there is still instability in the country, but the elections point the way to a better future. We all hope, and the EU will stay engaged to help see it come about. But on Syria, our discussions were very clear about the objectives we want to see in Syria, but we are very short on instruments how to achieve them. In order of urgency, stopping the violence, getting access to humanitarian assistance to those in need, and starting a political transition process to democracy. But our means are very few. It is to continue supporting the United Nations and Kofi Annan's plan, and putting pressure on all parties in the Security Council for the Security Council to be able to take effective measures. Meanwhile, we have taken decisions to impose some new sanctions, but these will take time to work, and we will continue supporting the opposition. But the problem is that the opposition is rather fragmented, and there are also elements within the opposition that I don't think we would like to see in power. So the situation remains very, very serious and precarious, and we will continue by all means to try and stop a further enlargement of the violence, which is already spreading out to the neighboring countries, raising the perspective of a full-scale regional war on religious lines, which is to be avoided at all costs. Of the other issues, we discussed energy, we discussed some of the African conflicts, Sudan, South Sudan, the situation in Sahel, and I think the main line is that we will want to continue to support the African Union's and ECOWAS efforts to solve and manage these crises. This is an important positive development, that Africans are taking more and more responsibility to dealing with their own crisis. But they need also support from Europe to be able to do so effectively. And we will still continue with our Eastern Partnership neighbors in a few minutes' time.